injunction, your travel injunction, to also get a foreign ID with an IDP to translate it.
Yes.
With an IDP. Had to mute myself on YouTube because it just started. And I got pulled over. I was going a little too fast. This is after the Super Bowl. And the guy was in front of me. Now, how you pull somebody over that's behind you, I don't know.
Right.
But anyway.
How he know how fast you going if he is in front of you?
Right. So he pulled over, put his lights on. And then when I passed him, he pulled me over. Like, okay. So pull over. And I have, there's a little plastic film that goes over the IDP, but I dropped my foreign ID in there. So I pulled it out and I gave it to him because they always ask for license registration.
Mm-hmm.
And he steps back, right? You know how they always kind of step back. And I'm trying to fish out my IDP so that way I can get the rest of the information. And he's looking at it. He's like, well, do you have another ID from, do you have any other type of ID? And I was like, well, no, this is my driver's license. And then he asked me what my first name was. I gave him the spiritual first name. And he stepped back again. And I was like, you want my IDP? And he was like, no, don't worry about it. And he handed it back and he just said, slow it down. We were in and out in less than 90 seconds.
90-second stop, y'all. And people try to tell you that Jonah-based shit don't work. See,
they say that a lot.
The IDP is supposed to be used with a foreign driver's license. When you have the foreign driver's license and the IDP together, ain't nothing they can do. You foreign, baby. Ain't nothing you can do. Ain't nothing they can do. You understand? Thank you for that testimony, brother. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
All right, now, where's the other brother that had the testimony? He had a testimony with a bank. Ah, man, I never even checked to see if he was going to be on Go-To. Hold on, let me see if I can find him, his email. Kurt, where are you, my brother? Anyone see Kurt come up? Let me see if I can see him in the. Yeah, he there.
Okay.
All right, there you are.
I had dialed in.
Yeah.
So anyway. Okay. So did you get my documents that I sent?
I did, but I didn't have a chance to look at it.
Okay. So I just want, if you could listen to, I'm going to read this to you, and then you give me interpretation and I can tell what happened. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. So it says the court has ordered the following after review of the case, including timely filed case management statements without a conference. So that's the first thing the court said. Second thing the court said, the court construes defendant's response to the complaint as the answer. The case is at issue. The matter is set for jury trial. If not deposited, jury fees must be deposited within 30 days of this order, or jury is denied or deemed waived. Okay. Now, the way I interpret this, and this was done, by the way, 2/3/2025. I had to go to the management conference yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
They did not show up. The plaintiff did not show up. I was the defendant. Okay. Now, this is the case. Can I say who the case is against and everything?
Go ahead.
Okay. So the case is really against Stripe and its owners.
Mm-hmm.
And it's based on a transaction that I did. I purchased something from a third party, and Stripe did the transaction. Within 72 hours, I found the security that had been created, put a lien on it, and a lien on the individual that did the processing and the person that I purchased the product from. After about 10 days, I had a conversation with the merchant who I purchased from, found out it wasn't them, removed their lien, left it on Stripe. 40 days later, I get contacted by Stripe. Okay? Their attorneys. And here we are in the court case. And it sounds to me like the judge says, I'm going to read this again. If you could interpret this for me, Joan, I would greatly appreciate it. The court construes defendant's response to the complaint as the answer.
Yep.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That you answered whatever charge that they were trying to come at you, you answered it.
Okay. Thank you. So what I did was I broke down it was a reference number that they had. I found the securities on it, showed them where it was, put a lien on all that. Then they called me for they were trying to find out how I figured this out. Mm-hmm. So the attorney called me and we had a 4-minute and 41-second conversation.
Now they said it would have to be a jury trial. They would have to pay a fee. And if they don't pay the fee, they waive the jury trial, right? Now,
that's correct. I believe they already paid that, but go ahead.
No, you don't have to. They do.
Right. I think they already paid it.
Okay. Now, they also said, right, now they would have to answer that, but they have to rebut your affidavit. And if they haven't, they left the battlefield. Now, also, let's say if they did rebut your affidavit, what you're going to do, and I'm glad you on the phone right now, you're going to use UCC 2-609 and UCC 9-210 and ask them for the gap. Show the accounting.
Okay.
Because the accounting is going to prove that what? You're the creditor. See how
Correct.
all this shit made one big circle.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, I should probably let you know this. How I even did this. If you look at the documents and the time frame, guess what? I just came back from the California seminar.
Right.
Okay, and so that's how I figured out. I knew how to find the security. I just didn't know how to put the lien. So I did a transaction right after, like literally the week after I came to the
because California, you know, in California, I showed y'all the Trump lien.
Correct. And so then I put the lien on him. And then, okay, this is how in sync we were. When I needed to file the affidavits, you did an affidavit literally 2 days before I needed to file the affidavit.
I did the affidavit workshop. Yep.
That's right. And so then I was able to get that in. If you look at the documents I sent you, I had to write.
I'm definitely going to look at it now. Hearing you talk about it, I'm definitely going to look at it tonight.
Yes.
Might even call your ass.
Okay. I don't want to take up too much time. I hope that helps.
It tells people that what I teach is 100% real and usable if you understand the lesson. So I appreciate you coming in and sharing that with us, for sure.
Look, I appreciate you showing the people what to do, and I'm able to decipher and then do it. You know what I mean? So
right.
Kudos is up to you. Definitely.
Thank you, my brother. Ashe. Peace to
Yahoo.
Sir,
thank you.
All Peace. Right, now we got a free for all, y'all. Y'all can come in and start talking. About time. Yes, there was a proper affidavit involved. He did it exactly the way I taught him. No one wants to come in yet. Now, see, y'all coming in talking when y'all ain't, and I tell y'all shut the fuck up. Now I tell y'all to talk and come on in, everyone quiet.
Hey, listen, can we talk on Meetup?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, check this shit out. I got a case I'm dealing with that I just got in my email, right? Because nobody can serve me because I ain't got no regular address, right? And so the dude sent in the email, and I'm like, man, should I just go ahead and do this for practice? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or should I let it go because he can't serve me? An email ain't service. He don't know if I'm using this email or not, right?
Right.
But I figure if I don't do nothing, it's just going to remain open. And it's going, I need to just go ahead and face it, which I'm prepared to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just got enough going on where I don't have to take on something else. But of course, the third-party debt collector will suffice because in transparency, I'll tell everybody what happened. So we know why we saying the third-party debt collector is that it was a Navy Federal credit card. Navy Federal wrote off the debt, which means I should have a 1099-C. They sold it to this debt collection company, and then the debt collection company hired an attorney to try to collect, which is clearly a third-party debt collector.
Mm-hmm.
So I can send a third-party debt collector, but the only way he can try to serve me is through email, or I can let it go. So I just wanted your opinion. Should I?
I never let it go because all he gonna do is sell it to someone else, and then they gonna come. You might as well nip it in the butt. Now,
nip it in the butt.
I'm gonna tell you what I just told Kurt. When you write them, add the fact that you want the gap and use those 2 UCC codes to say you want a proper accounting under the principle of gap.
Absolutely, I appreciate it.
And they can't give it to you. They will never give it to you, which means they must abandon it.
And you know what's so crazy? I asked for that mug on a couple of different things. And the funny thing is, they never even try to address it.
They never answer you. They get quiet, is what I'm telling you.
Quiet as fuck. Absolutely.
I just told y'all, these are the UCCs that they hid and reworded them and all of that.
Facts. Nah, I guess I'll go ahead and attack it. That's all I had. I yield.
Okay. That's what's up. Now, someone on Instagram had a question. She had a case. She got a PO, public. Is it PO? PO is parole officer. Did you mean you got a public defender? Anyway, she don't know what to do. It sounds like, girl, I'm gonna need way more details and know what's going on. You're gonna have to go get a consultation from my website, jonahbay.com, and set up a consultation. Oh, it's called protection officer. What's a fucking protection officer? No, protection order. I know what a protection order is. Who you beat up? Yeah, we're gonna have to talk. You know what I mean? Anyone else coming in? Why, if y'all want to talk, why can't y'all hit the raise hand react button on GoToMeeting? Yeah, we use it for the private bill, so y'all know how to work GoToMeeting. I don't understand. So out of all the people on here, no one got any questions. That's crazy. That's crazy. I should hang up right now. Because one thing I can't believe is all these people that's on here ain't not one question. So if y'all ain't got no questions, I did my job. I should just hang up. I just finished my dialogue today with teaching. Anyway, I see 2 hands. Stephanie, you first. Go ahead.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes. Well, how could I say, Stephanie, you up first if I didn't hear you?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. All right. So I had a situation. I did file my trust, express trust in the county in Georgia, not the county that you filed it in. I tried to do my minutes. They cannot add any additional papers or documents. They told me I had to re-record it. Have you ever heard of that?
You always re-record it. When we do the minutes, it's a separate recording.
Oh, okay. So she told me I had to re-record it, and then if I do my foreign trustee, I had to do it everything again. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's how it's done.
Okay. Okay.
What the hell? You
right,
thought you're going to pay one fee and just come back and hand them paperwork after paper and they just going to file it? Hell no. You got to do it over. It's a new filing. It's amended. Every time you put something else in there, it's amending it.
Yeah, she told me I had to write out the document at the top of the my express trust, re-record and add these I can't remember
the file
said
number
you had to add
of the
add my amendment, not my amendments. She said
the file number of the original filing.
But yeah, so they rejected my when I tried to add my minutes, he said they cannot add it, but I had to. She said I had to do a re-recording of the first document and then add my I can't remember what she said. Attachments.
Yes.
Okay. So I did it with Ned County.
Okay.
And then they told me I had to do it online now because after January 1st, 2025, you cannot walk it in, you cannot send it in. You have to do it online now.
You need to do an affidavit based on the Constitution. That's not legal.
Oh wow.
That's not lawful. You got to challenge that.
I had to get with you a little bit later. Thank you for your answer.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Joseph Sanier L. What's up?
Peace of Yahuwah.
Peace of Yahuwah.
Yeah, Sonya L. I just recently bought a house and
congrats.
I appreciate it. I sent in a dispute, the billing error, and so the lender, he tried to contact me, called me, and tried to ask me, what the situation was. I said, well, it's lack of consideration, and that's all I can talk about.
It's called fraud in de facto. You don't want to
fraud in facto.
Yeah, and you want to use the two codes that I said. You gotta gather information to use against them in court, bro, or else you're gonna lose. Right. Are you in the private build?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bunch of banking stuff. You actually probably shouldn't have tried to get at them yet. You probably should have learned what you needed to learn before you started trying to go to war.
Yeah, but I've been taking notes. I got all the bills. I got a ton of screenshots. I'm working on my affidavit right now.
That's what I'm saying. Your affidavit ain't gonna be correct. You didn't even hit them with the list of questions to ask them. You got to get proof before you go to court. You got to set them up. So how far did you get with them so far?
Well, it's the, like I said, that's the first, I sent an affidavit in about the.
Okay, you good. You can keep on sending affidavits, check finding. Make sure you use the 2 UCCs I told you tonight, because it says that they have to answer you and all that, and they're not going to. That's what you want to happen, that they don't. When they don't answer, and you try 3 times and they don't answer, now you can get them in the court and say, yo, they under latches. And you got to use your state's UCCs in codes. You understand?
I did.
Now, also, if they try to say that there's a clause that says you have to do arbitration, fraud de facto means you don't have to do arbitration because the whole contract was fraud. De facto. Make sure you say fraud de facto. Do not say fraud by itself.
Sure. Yeah, I got you. I'm on it.
All right.
I'm on it. Yeah.
You bugging because I didn't even step to them. I'm just keep on sending them affidavits, stepping to them,
okay.
And I'm setting them up. You want to set them up. It's like, if you in some life and death type of thing, you want to find out where your enemy lives. Why? So you can set them up. You can sit outside the bushes with a bat and beat the living shit out of them when they walk out of their house. You want to set them up. So do a good job setting them up, and then you don't really have to fight. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
All right.
All right. Appreciate you, Mo.
10 minutes left. Anyone else got any more questions? It's cool because I'm hungry. I can get off. Now, YouTube, I have to say I apologize. I forgot to start the YouTube. So y'all was just dangling in there without it being started. I appreciate the knowledge. Thanks for sharing and educating, JB. No problem. The apartment property is not accepting my checks to pay rent. I endorsed it on the back per. What do you mean if you writing a check, what are you doing endorsing it on the back? When you write a check, you're supposed to endorse it on the front, right? Yeah, you try to put that stamp goes on the front. It goes redeeming lawful money right next to your signature on the front when you writing a check. They can't, they saying they not accepting it because you endorsed it on the back where they supposed to sign. Does the redeeming lawful money stamp go on the back of my direct deposit from the bank? Okay. I'm trying to remember how direct deposit works. Listen, wherever you put your signature is where redeeming lawful money is a part of your signature. Okay? So wherever your signature go is where that stamp goes. Says, thank you. It was very helpful. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, they trying to shut down my YouTube talking about leave the site.